Hello, beautiful soul. My name is Cassandre Xavier. Today is July 25th, and 2014 in Philadelphia, and I'm going to be talking about law of attraction, um, observer versus visionary. Observer versus visionary. What you're looking at, the image, is the cover of the book Ask and It Is Given, Learning to Manifest Your Desires by Esther Hicks and Jerry Hicks, who are the originators of the term law of attraction, and they are the teachers of Abraham. And in this book, there's a little brief passage that says something like, the observer experiences a lot of the challenges in life because they're always observing. They'll have a lot more hard times because they're manifesting what they're observing. The visionary has a lot more easy times because they're not moved and swayed by everything that they see. I thought that was really profound, really profound. The first time I heard the term observer was just a few years ago when I saw the movie What the Bleep. And some of you know about it, and its full title is What the Bleep Do We Know? And it's a really good movie, highly recommended. Marley Matlin stars in it, and it's basically about how our thoughts create our reality, and or our experience of life, actually. So basically, Ramtha, through the channel Jay-Z Knight, was talking about the observer. And that's the first time I'd ever heard of that term, the observer. And so that was the first introduction to it. And so, but when I think of observer in the context of this passage in this book, Ask and It Is Given, the passage saying that, if you're an observer, what you are, is, you're going through a lot of hard times because you're giving your attention to what it is that you're perceiving in life, rather than letting go of a lot of what you see and be a visionary. And so I'm really fascinated by this, and I'm probably going to be writing about it. And so, to me, I like to put things into baby food. That's how I think about it. Put it in baby food for me. So my baby food for this is the observer is a passive creator. Passive, unintentional, mistaken creator. Suffering creator. The visionary is the active creator. So basically, I consider myself, I used to think of myself as the noticer. Look at that, Cassandra, you're the noticer, because it's true, I notice so much. I'm always noticing these things, and lately I've been putting out this prayer to the universe and asking the angels to please make it so that my gift for noticing benefits me. So I in the past I've channeled my hypercriticism into proofreading. I'm an excellent proofreader. I rechanneled my eagle eye at finding flaws in healthy ways, and but when it comes to law of attraction, there's no way of channeling it through. You just, whatever you give your attention to, you're going to manifest. That's it. It's pure and simple. It's math. So we have two choices. We can either engage or ignore. That's it. Do I want to engage or ignore? If I'm staring at something, if I'm noticing it, if I'm observing it, if I'm, being critical of something, if I'm, whatever that is, I'm choosing to engage with it. And I have a marvelous opportunity at this stage of my life because I'm actually coming out of the tail end. Within a few days, I'll be out of a relationship where this person is engaging with me in a way that doesn't feel good to me, but that's how they express love. And I've been noticing that other places in my life where people are trying to show their love, but it's in ways that are painful to me, and I don't have to accept that. So that's kind of a way that people engage. It's engaging, but painful. So I don't need to notice everything. So now that I'm seeing that, I think I just got a vision of you'll be able to use this in a joyful way when you are a very happy musician living in a country, where you want to be, and, you're successful and touring and all of this stuff. and have a band and everything, and then you can use that energy of noticing into how to make a song better. And that's joyful. Everybody wants to create that. Hey, let's do this. Let's sharpen this. Let's sharpen that. So are you an observer or a visionary? Because so what to do is like, so don't stick to everything you see. Like you might see something, but immediately replace it with something else. If you see something, like law of attraction teaches us that you can't undo a negative thought or feeling. You can, the best way to undo it, if you want to undo it, is to just replace it. Just replace it. So you think a negative thought, immediately think a happy thought. It's a lot better, it's a lot more powerful than the negative thought, and the positive one will just keep generating positivity. So how do we become the observer? How do we go from being an observer to being a visionary? We become proactive. We don't linger on things that we see that we don't like. When you see something or you experience something you don't like, you ignore it and you replace it immediately with something else. So rather than thinking about the suffering of the world, when you watch the news and you see something, immediately envision an abundant world full of fruit and, you know, plants and abundance, cars, homes for everybody. Immediately imagine that. So if you're suffering from a health thing and you have a disease thought, immediately replace it with a healthy thought. So visionaries have more joyous lives because we are creating our reality by not sticking to what we observe. We don't have to linger on anything unless we choose it. So I'll be writing more about this, I think. I'm very excited about becoming a visionary. It definitely feels different, but it's joyful. So I hope you think so too. Happy visionizing.